gameplay highlights going to be coming straight up as we have the early fight with No Chance and Team IND. Great plus from Choco Nuts. Able to just get the double flushes too, forcing unfortunately the other members of Team IND to just rotate away and not commit to the fight.
Then we had RRQ coming in, getting a wipe onto Nova Godlike just like that, shutting them down in this game one. Of course, IND did recover to at least get a little bit of payback onto No Chance, but at the end of the day, the job was done for No Chance because they still ended up finishing in 6th place, so it was overall a much better result. And like I said, Choco Nut, 100% in my eyes is going to be top five fraggers of the World League East. That's my call.
And you know what, Choco Nuts, I definitely think has a big chance of making things happen. More of no, oh my, we didn't see that actually on Valus Martin. Just like cruising through, hey, beep, beep, there you go, one player down. Then there was a response from TSM Entity against Synergy. I gotta say, that was a great play. They were still playing aggressively despite not having a man advantage in their focus. It was a little bit of a note on the weaker side kind of breaches from Synergy because they went 1 by 1 and then they just kind of like didn't respond in a nice way. So hopefully Synergy can do a better performance going into our second game. But there you go, the great clutch move from Vexy, able to save his team and even got the res back up after that on Swag. That was a great clutch play from Vexy. Vexy sexy.
And then there was even a later point where Swag kept Vexy alive as well.
Yeah.
After Vexy got knocked down. So that's why it's so important to get those rebuys off if you can in those kind of final moments. It's always risky, but if you can and keep yourself as a 2, 3, 4-man team, it's going to put you in a better position to get that chicken dinner.
That's when the push was happening on the other side of Morph trying to get things happening, but unfortunately didn't go too well for them. Kings of Gamers Club did remain alive, and then they were taking a fight versus Team Secret, and then Loa just absolutely clutching. I got to say, Loa, I think for the side of Team Secret, absolutely protecting that area like it was its own, and that was indeed the case. And they went over for the last member, there was Braga. It did not go down, unfortunately, for him. And there you have it. Those are the final scores. Once again, 11 kills and the first chicken dinner of this Wait for the two other teams to fight each other. When they're already in the middle of a fight, go for the third party, and that's when you know they're struggling. That's when they already took some pretty hefty damage. Morph, you know what? They took that one easily. They still had 3 players remaining at the very end. Shut down the last player of TSM Entity, and there you have it. But still, I gotta say, huge respect goes to TSM Entity. With 2 players in the mid-game stage remaining, they were able to move away from positions which I did not think they were going to make it out alive. They were pressured so heavily by Team IND. They were pressured so heavily. Also, it was by No Chance at one point, and then they still made it out alive into the late-game circle phase. That's insane for me.
But here's the thing. That's how dynamic TSM Entity are. Not only because they're aggressive, but they're a team that really take advantage of the edge of circle play, and they danced around those rocks and that grassy area that Sandhawk provides, so it was really well played. But as we're getting into the highlights, we are seeing BTR put down the Vexy in the early parts of the game. This was Celts. They also had a pretty strong result in this game, right? They finished 5th. There's going to be 2 consistent results in these 2 games, a 3rd and a 5th. That's something that I'm more going to be looking out for, the consistency of these teams heading into the World League East. Yeah,
definitely. Like 5th position with 4 kills. That is some really good point standing from them. You hit your average you're looking for. Then I really liked how Neyoo was playing around that. Then Louis tried to go for the peak, but he was looking for a completely different target. The fact he pushed actually towards box and not really being scared of that push, I think was definitely what allowed him to get those double knockdowns. Unfortunately, I believe those 2 were not translated into kills directly. And then, of course, No Mercy coming out. No Mercy, this game, 7 kills alone. Yeah. Absolutely mental, and then they're just by the blue zone. That is when you do mistakes, and I think that if they went a little bit earlier, I think it could have worked out, but still, it was such a hard repositioning. I think they were still going to go over to Box Gaming.
I think the main thing is that actually, if King of Gamers had out a full squad, they probably could have gotten the better of.
Yeah, maybe.
Box Gaming. The reason why is because that extra man advantage, that extra positional flank, meant that they could afford to not move in towards the edge of the circle on that phase quicker, whereas King of Gamers, they only had 3 players. They had to take that risk. In credit or credit due, they tried to take in their control, but it didn't work out. One thing that I did notice, Max, every single winner so far in these 3 games have gotten 11 kills.
Yeah. So much on like the second game, like 11 is like the lucky number of these winning teams. That is for sure every single time. We've seen then on the highlights then the little bit of a weird play from TSM Entity. Unfortunately, Zed got pushing a little bit too far out of the build, well, way too far out of his compound, unfortunately. And I think also it was Jonathan maybe a little bit too confident on his push there. We're going as like a YOLO player and trying his best to make the plays happen. He got, you know, 1 kill, almost a second at one point. But it just didn't work out for them. So TSM Entity not going to make it very far in this Vikendi game. And then the fight of 100 years. It was Synergy versus Celts. They got 2 knockdowns with Ring, only was Rocks a little bit further in the distance. But I gotta say, Synergy, that position was absolutely awesome. And the fact that it gives them also such a good scope on the circle made their rotation right after so much easier.
And I also want to give a shout out to Team ID. Like I said, they're a team that have been relatively quiet in those first 2 games. But in the 3rd game, yeah, of course they were indeed quiet again. But they still got 4th place with 4 kills, and like I said during the broadcast, they have recently added a couple of players, most notably 420 OP from Umamba. So they are looking to kind of rebuild that synergy and get that you know, kind of communication down to a T before the World League East.
What shall we get? Stars. We had the India showdown at the very end there between Megastars and TSM Entity. Some very high level gameplay after the position and a man advantage not quite in favor of TSM Entity. And I gotta say, good control for Megastars. There had a few times where they played really respectfully, but unfortunately it was just not enough for them. The 2v4 clutch was going to be hard, and we all know how good Megastars are, right? That is not going to be an easy clutch to take. And at the end, they did secure the chicken dinner. Congratulations to them. I didn't have time to check the kills. Did they have 11? Did they have the lucky 11 kill number?
No,
we'll have to check it out. They didn't? Ah, goddamn.
They only had 7, but at the end of the day, with the chicken dinner, that's still 27 points right when you're looking at it from a competitor. And I was also going to give a shout out to Box Gaming, coming back with a strong result, 3rd place, only 3 kills, but job done. And Morph Gaming, 4th place and 4 kills, and King of Gamers, 5th place with 2 kills. Every single game, Box have been in the top 8. Do you not realize how consistent that is, and how to like, in my eyes, coming into the World League East, I'm going to be really keeping my 2 eyes firmly on Box Game.
Same for like King of Gamers club. They've been a team that's like been up there on a pretty consistent. Yeah, both of them, to be honest, they've been doing really consistent performances. So great job from them. That was a fight where TSM Entity were again pressured by no chance. Unfortunately, Clutch God and Zed God both got taken out of that, and then the Neo 1v2 clutch happening. That was an absolute insane moment right there. And even without Jonathan, it's like, even though everyone knows that Jonathan has that OP player, but you know what? The rest of the team can hold their own, and that was a great play from him.
Here's the thing, that was the integral part in my eyes for Megastars getting the chicken dinner. That 3rd party onto King of Gamers and Box consistently made a huge difference. It created so much space and meant all they had to do was pretty much, in the end, focus on TSM Entity.
Exactly, then yeah, Paradox with the mini 14 shots. Found Neyoo there and just solo carried the 1v2 versus TSM Entity, and here you go.